Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, I just wanted to pop into your world. I had a couple ladies today and we were discussing the pros and cons of working from home and feeling lonely. And I thought this was a perfect time and a perfect topic to bounce on top of yesterday's conversations when we were discussing depression and mental health, about loneliness in the workplace. So whether we are a busy mom working from home, whether we're working in a corner cubicle, whether you're a hairdresser working in retail, customer service, we sometimes can feel lonely. You can be surrounded by people. We can be working on Facebook, social media, having our phones in our hands, TV on, people in the house sometimes, and still feel lonely. And we know as women that mental health is super important. And for us to work at our best, to be our most productive, to be our most passionate, to be able to have our head in the game, we need to be, emotionally happy and healthy. So I want to share some ideas with you girls because I think this is really important. This is a very real subject that women can struggle with. And you are, obviously, if you're working full-time from home, you can be, the queen in your pajamas and the ruler with your coffee cup in the morning and, still feel lonely. Or you can be in your vehicle, driving to work, dropping the kids off, spending time at work and feel lonely. So, isolation, whether you're at home or at work, you're just not feeling connected. When we're not feeling connected, we're usually not that productive. We're not working at our best. We're not able to share our best features. As a businesswoman, we're not able to be collaborative, brainstorming creatures that allow us to be positive and be uplifted and be empowered and share those great things with us, with other people. So the first ideas I have for you guys is to understand that if this is something that you're feeling, then we have that ability to take control of it, okay? We know that if we're feeling something, if we're thinking something, we can be those women within leadership positions. We can be that spark plug. We can kickstart something and we can be part of the beginning of change. So some of the ideas I want to share with you aren't necessarily something you can blanket policy at your corporate job or some things that you might be able to do full-time at home if you work from home. But these are definitely some things that you get to fit and flex for yourself and implement within your life because we're all unique individuals. And I remember my mom coming to me and she was all about, you don't just come to complain to me unless you have a solution. Don't just come whining to me unless you have some answers to your problem. Provide me with some ideas and then we'll see if you're allowed to do this or not, or can or can't do that. And I'm thinking about the same thing. If we can take control, we get to be that spark plug and be the change when it comes to battling loneliness within our lives, if we're working from home or part-time from home or at a job, okay? And it's all about finding what your own personal needs are and what is going to fit and flex from you. Okay, so the first idea I want to give you guys is choose to be social. And we know that nothing happens in our lives unless we choose it to be. We have to prioritize it. We have to plan, we have to focus, or it just doesn't happen. So we have to choose to be social. Just like tonight, I'm getting all dolled up. My husband and I are going to go out for date night, and we plan for this. This is something that I get excited about. We get to go out of the house, down to our local eatery, and I get to intermingle with other people, maybe smile and say hello to some friends that we know that are there. We choose and we plan it to be social. So I'm asking you, what can you choose to be social? Maybe it is something with the girlfriends, maybe it is something with the kids, maybe it's something with your husband, even vacations, inviting your friends or your family with you. Choosing to be social. That is the first tip we have to acknowledge within ourselves is that, okay? So one of my favorite things to do is actually tip number 2, which is get outside, okay? And, it's really important if we're thinking about this to, if we're going to be our best creative workers, if we're going to be our best impassioned and most purposeful women within our work and our business, we need to have some outside ideas. So get outside. pick up the laptop, grab your phone, go down to the park, go down to the library, go down to your local coffee shop, or whether that's Starbucks or someplace else, but gets outside of the home. Ask your boss if you can work from home, and then just grab the laptop and head to the park. That is a great idea to get your mind flowing, your creativity, and it gives you that chance to intermingle and be social with other people. That's really, really important. So get outside is the first idea. The other idea is remembering that we can choose to co-work. So whether you're working from home in your network marketing business or in a coaching business, or you're working in corporate, choose to co-work. This is where you can pick up the desks and move them together just like you were in elementary school, just like when you were kids, and you could co-work. You can collaborate, you can brainstorm, you can converse, and bounce different ideas off of each other's heads. And what is fantastic about this is that your little spark plug of ideas can intermingle and network with another woman's, and it creates a bigger and better environment for those creative thoughts. It's very, very important. So maybe you can work with a coworker down at the library. Get outside of your normal workplace and actually co-work together. If you do work from home, down at your Chamber of Commerce or down at the library, or like I said, at the park or the coffee shop. Even if it's just a couple hours a week, can be very empowering and empowerful. Like, that's really, really important. Okay. The other one is group chats. Okay. So, maybe this is when you're going to grab that virtual coffee. Maybe you're going to do a team meeting together. Maybe it's a video call. Maybe you're picking up the phone and you're doing a group call. That's the same thing. It allows for that networking and that collaborative ideas. And I'm all about we. I'm a big we woman. I'm all about brainstorming and working together and empowering and enlightening women to think outside their box, to get them out, to break down their walls. And group chats are really important. The thing is, we have to schedule them. Just don't do them once. You have to make sure that you schedule them in, or same thing, it just isn't going to be consistently happening, and you're not going to get that continuous happy release of endorphins, and breaking down those boundaries of feeling lonely is really important. So the other tip I can give you guys is tip number 4 is get phone free. Get screen free, get phone free, leave your laptop at home, take your breaks, and leave your phone on the desk, or walk away from your iPad or your laptop. Go stretch, go grab some water. If you go for lunch with the girlfriends and schedule in some choosing to be social time from tip number 1, leave your phones in the vehicle. Leave your phones at the office. Leave them at home. Step away from the screen and push away those distractions, the chimes and the beeps that pull us from a real conversation. There's nothing more irritating than having a great conversation with a girlfriend and her phone goes chime and she goes like this. Like, really? That's it happens all the time. So choose to be phone free, okay? The other ideas is I'm thinking about finding ways, if you're an introvert, if you're very shy and you know that this would do you good, you know that you should get out of the home, you know you should be more social, you know you are battling loneliness, then a great way to do it if you're an introvert is actually grab the shirt tail of an extrovert. Find the person who's always, shucking and jiving at the office. Find the person who's, always sharing, boisterously, joyously with a lot of humor and exuberance. Find the extrovert. Find that party person who's got, great energy and is very, very social and outgoing. Find that extrovert and grab a hold of their shirt tail so you can have that same feeling of being connected, but you don't have to do all their work. Okay, that's their natural tendencies. Let them go to it, but you can still soak up that environment of being social, and definitely push away those feelings of loneliness and not feeling included, because most extroverts love introverts. You know why? It's because they still get to stand out and shine. And extroverts are happy because they get to be around all of this without having to partake in a lot of it or be expected to contribute to a lot of it. So you can still feel all those happy endorphins without doing any of the work. So it's actually a pretty win-win situation if you think about it. Now, this next tip I want to leave for you, because if you are an amazing businesswoman, if you are working online on social media and you are building your businesses online, this great tip is perfect for you. Is understanding that when we create great content, we want to create great content that creates conversations, okay? That is a big one. When we are creating conversations, some natural things happen is that we start checking out each other's comments, gets us social, it gets us conversing and in a natural way because we have maybe asked a question for advice, whether it's travel or a book or a business idea or a strategy. When we're creating content that creates conversations, it allows us the same thing to feel social and to collaborate, to contribute, which is absolutely amazing. And we check out each other's comments like I shared. So that's really, really important. So the last tip that I want to leave with you guys is making sure that we understand that our souls need interaction. It's a natural partaking of being women, that we are social creatures. You know, we're meant to be collaborators. We're meant to be networkers. We're meant to be nurturers. And, you know, by being social, and wanting to discover some ways to be social is an absolutely important part of working from home or your phone or definitely within the office, okay? So, you know, we can, like I said, we have that ability to have the powers. I really hope you guys got some value and some great ideas that you guys can implement. I think this is really important when it comes to dealing with our mental health and for us to be happy and thriving entrepreneurs working from home and also contributing within our workplace and space. So, you guys have a fabulous afternoon. If you got some value, definitely drop the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. And as always, caring is sharing. If you know someone who's battling loneliness in the workplace or whether she works full-time from home, feel free to share my video forward. This is what I love to do, is inspire and encourage women to the sunny side of life every day. You guys take care. Bye, guys.